Hello everyone. Meowing. 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 Meow 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 meow. Hi everyone. Welcome into the Toximae show. Welcome to ToximaeTTV, whatever you want to call it. I'm your host Toximae. Kyurem. We're hunting Kyurem today. That's the main activity of the day, and kind of just going forward is we're just pushing to finish up this Unova Dex as soon as we can. Not like as soon as we can, but like it's an 81-92 hunt, so we're gonna have to be pretty consistent with it and kind of push hard on it pretty frequently. We're gonna triple hunt though. We got Kyurem, we got some heart gold over there, and then if you guys are ready for it, we got ZA soft resets for our badge quest. Woohoo!
Oh, I forgot you're in the fucking soft reset area.
Yeah, I'm still soft resetting for Tynamo. I'm at 7,675. Not resets, but encounters. 5 encounters per reset that I'm seeing. No. Sometimes it just be that way. Sometimes it just be that way.
Hopefully it shines soon.
Oh, like right now. Be awesome.
Before 8K.
Before what?
8K. Before 8K. Can't be too greedy.
Oh, hell yeah, Frankie. Also, welcome in, Frankie. Hello, hello. Hope you are feeling better, Kay. Oh, thank you, sweetie. That's you. Brought me the best. Well, maybe not the best slop, but I should probably hamburger helper for lunch.
Cool.
Cool.
Maybe I should eat something.
Prefer it if you did, yes.
The keyword is maybe. Does a Diet Pepsi count as something?
Honestly, if it was a regular Pepsi, I'd say maybe, but because it's Diet Pepsi, it literally has 0 calories, we're gonna say no.
I can't have regular Pepsi.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you need something with calories, babe.
I would die if I had regular Pepsi, is my point.
I understand that, but the point stands that you need something more substantial than
if I wasn't
flavored
diabetic,
water.
I would be able to just drink fluids and have no one complain about that all day. That's fucked up.
Oh, wait.
That's not gonna work against me. I don't even know what we have in the house. Part of the problem. And I just got silly with it, so it's not like I can leave the house.
Okay, I'm done waiting. Are we better now? Half joking.
I mean, like, I'm fine with moving on, but yeah, no, I'm not.
I know. I'm cheesing.
No,
I just had to finish the bit.
Yeah, no.
I had to commit to the bit.
Valid as fuck.
Baby, don't grump at your mama. Be grateful. Be grateful for your cuddles. You don't know how good you have it, baby. Your Auntie Lily would actually probably steal your skin and masquerade as you if she got the chance to, like, cuddle that mama every day.
Please do not word it like that.
Skinwalker, Skinwalker, Skinwalker.
Please do not word it like that. But also, yeah, I would commit.
Your
heinous
Auntie Lily
crimes
would
in order to
take
get
your
those cards.
place in a heartbeat, baby. She would have your job in a heartbeat. Do you know how to make coffee and donuts? Do you know how to work an oven, Lilo? I don't think so. Your skill set is to cuddle, so you should cuddle. Not saying Lily doesn't know how to cuddle, but you know. No. Hi, Ziggy. We're doing good. We're just kind of dicking around.
Dicks.
Dicks, where? Huh?
I can't say that. You know what? I'll eat after I find a shiny.
No.
I feel like that's I feel like that's fair.
Okay, if you eat after you find a shiny, I eat after I find a shiny.
No, you have food right there. Eat it before it gets cold.
Nope.
Also, I'm doing PLA.
That's what you eat.
You're doing fucking 8192.
And 4096.
Yeah,
point.
yeah, fuck that. You're eating before then.
Nope, not till you eat.
What if I eat a single goldfish?
First of all, that's evil and fucked up. That's a literal living creature. Second of all, I'm kidding. I know you're talking about the crackers. I'm just imagining you drink, like, comically drinking out of a bowl of fish water and just swallowing a goldfish, like in a
I would
TV
not
show.
be drinking the fish water. I would consume only the fish.
Howard. Anyways. You don't like the
A
broth?
bottle of water every day.
You don't like the broth? I'm just chilling, gonna go eat because my food is getting cold.
Bitch, go eat!
Nope, not till you eat.
I'm going to fucking fight you, woman.
Okay. Fight me all you want. I'm still not eating until you eat, and this food is getting cold.
I'm gonna pot this. This is unfair. I care about my breastie.
I don't.
That's not important right now.
I think it's very relevant, actually.
This is fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. This is called extortion and manipulation, and I have no problem admitting that because you're doing the exact same thing.
I'm not. I'm just saying that you. What I'm doing.
This is called
the extortion.
You know how I handle brat taming, right? By out bratting.
Maybe.
I'm very good at it. I just don't like to do it often, but I can. It's not my default setting, but I can do it because I grew up in a toxic family, like her did.
No, that's valid as fuck. There's no need to sing that though.
No? I thought it was funny. I thought it was whimsy.
I know it was whimsy. It's just kind of wacky.
I grew up in a toxic family. Oh, that's awesome, Siggy. Oh, wait, guys, I just realized we never did the shiny blitz last month that we are gonna do. We should plan one for this month. Because I remember, we had a plan of, like, the last Saturday of the month or something like that, and I totally missed it.
Would be Squeakle. Would be Squeakle.
You want to chill at eating food?
Hmm?
Are you getting food yet? Because, like...
Bitch, fucking genuinely eat, and I will eat when I get the opportunity to stand up.
What's the ETA? Because you're not doing it before 12:30 my time?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll eat.
Thank you.
Bitch.
You're goddamn right, I'm a bitch. But you know what? I accept that.
It's okay. I accept that you're a bitch too.
Yo.
I accept you for who you are, Jesse. Lily, I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good. I accept Jessie for who she is too.
I accept Jesse for who she is. I'm nervous.
But what that is not a bitch.
Not a bitch. She is a creature. She is a rascal, if I could.
She is devious, but she's not
devious.
A bitch.
She's not a bitch. Very kind and sweet and loving.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
You know, I still have the footage of the original Shiny Blitz, like my POV and everything, and everyone else's like screen caps and screenshots in the Discord and everything. I'm wondering if it'd be a fun thing to do like a year of Shiny Blitz
You could
video eventually, you know? That'd be fun. That'd be a long-term project.
Make you more like hold your feet to the fire for hosting them. If I'm being honest.
But I don't think it's gonna be a hi Leafeon. I don't think it's gonna be a regularly scheduled thing like we anticipated. I think it's gonna be more of a like the weekend situation where I kind of just announce it ahead of time, like, hey guys, we're gonna do this just every once in a while. As I'm available, as we're feeling it, as we have lulls in the schedule, we're just gonna do it, you know? Not today, obviously. Not this weekend, because I do want to restrict it to weekends to try and have like the most availability for people. But putting Chilla if continues to get Saturdays off or anything. Yeah, I know, Leafeon. Lily sent us the DM screenshot as proof that she isn't a liar and she can be held accountable, which I respect. So in a way, Lily's prediction was wrong, but her heart was right. No. Okay. During this next couple of resets, I'm going to be eating my slop. Gonna let my... Oh, cool. There we go. Up. Love sauce. What? I just right. Probably. That's okay, Jordy. Yeah, we don't have to shiny hunt as like our only way of passing the time and hanging out and everything. There's no obligation. But sorry you're not feeling quite so great. Or you're not feeling your best. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, life is a nightmare, Jordy. Capitalism is a hellscape. Oh, Jory, so we're counting by fives. That's like hoarding counters because there's 5 encounters per thing. So that would mean that if it's 7777, we'd have it right now on this reset, which I wouldn't be opposed to. Damn, I really thought that'd work. Oh well.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Yawning.
Manning.
So
That took a while.
oh no, you're good, you're good, you're good. I finished my food, by the way, so we're good. But I was just sitting here having a thought, and I think I'm gonna bounce it off you and start this conversation. Nothing bad, by the way. It's a Pokemon conversation, but
Okay.
I'm starting to think a little more critically about Legends EA, especially the DLC, where I have a few more criticisms. Like, I know I've said in the past that it's like the perfect game. It's not perfect. I've decided it's not perfect, but it's because of some, I think, unintentional effects of the game, such as one, they should have made it so that if there was a shiny hunting method, like something other than just a charm to increase your shiny odds, that should have been accessible in base game and not just shortly released via DLC after, like, near the beginning of the game, you know? Yeah, base game was amazing. Base game was amazing, but as soon as they introduced the idea of a DLC method, like a method that is exclusive only to the DLC, it suddenly started feeling a little gatekeepy. Not only that, but the method is very inaccessible, where they've accidentally created a system where people are more willing to fail phases on purpose and pass up phases just so they don't have to spend hours upon hours upon hours grinding out not even a shiny, but the fucking berries and the right fucking donut resetting, you know? Like, if they made the donuts like Scarvi, but just less ambiguity, more like recipe based of like, hey, here is how you make a alpha power donut or a sparkling normal type donut. Like, if they made that with like just more berry options or more nuanced flavor profiles and balancing and everything, it could have really been something better, I think. Like, I don't know, yeah, they made the method at its optimal form accessible, but through so many hoops and hurdles that people would literally rather fail targets, not even targets, but they'd rather fail phases that aren't targets, including shalfas, just so they don't have to go through the grinding process of getting the donut and the right wormhole again. It went too far into the randomization aspect, I think. Is this a fair assessment for everyone? I think I'm making some base points.
I don't disagree. I'd go further and say that the game fundamentally fails to make the DLC interesting because there's nothing to do in it that doesn't inevitably fall back to you running around and getting berries for hours on it.
Exactly. Like, it's not a very good gameplay loop. Also, I just want to point out, I got a 1% snubble, like 3 or 4 encounters apart. That's pretty cool. Exactly. It sucks failing the Shalpas, but it is technically depending. Like, it seems like the majority of people agree that that is the logical thing to do if you just want the target shiny, which really sucks because the direction I thought I saw Legends ZA going. Because, like, you know, I was basically correct about, like, the wild zones, basically, like, not down to the name or exactly how they worked or the spawn mechanics or anything, but you know I was right about, like, how they're gonna have like little like mini biomes inside of the city that have different Pokemon that can only be found in there versus like city Pokemon and everything, you know. But the direction I thought it was going was that they were training people on phasing with this game, because here's the thing, for like new age shiny hunting, overworld shiny hunting, like, PLA has some good mechanics and everything. PLA introduced people to, if you set up a hunt correctly and put it in the work, you can make the odds really, really good. And then there was also permutations. We don't talk about permutations. That wasn't really intentional.
See, for me, I think what I would like to do as an experiment is do what I'm going to call hunting as intended. Now, to some extent, I don't think that shinies were particularly made to be hunted en masse in many games, but they throw shiny hunters a bone to increase their chances. But, as I will predict with how the autosave works, they very much so did not want you soft resetting in this game. You following?
Yeah.
I want to do a Legend ZA DLC hunt and record the entire process where it is berry farming, donuts. You're not allowed to soft reset for the right donut. You just have to get the right one.
And see how long it takes you to actually find like
And then
a
you have
shiny.
to find the wormhole, and then you go into the wormhole with that donut. And if you don't get it in that wormhole and you have to do it all over again, guess what? It's right back to berry farming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because you're
like
not
it sounds like a
supposed to soft
nightmare.
reset over the wormhole.
It sounds like a nightmare, but here's the thing. If that was the only way to shiny hunt in this game, we would have dealt with it. We would have done it, or the shinies would have had far greater value. But because they have the backup save method and everything installed in there, they inadvertently made a shortcut, basically. They made a way of making things easier in one way, with effort in another way, and it just... It threw a whole wrench in the gears of where I thought they were going with like training a new era and a new generation of shiny hunters in overworld games. Because like I was saying before, PLA taught new players, it taught overworld shiny players that if you put in the right prep time, you can make a shiny hunt really, really easy, both with the shiny charm, as well as they added on the extra reward of if you get the shiny charm, you inherently get level 10 dex entries on everything, and it becomes 1 in 819, 1 in 819. Really good odds for shinies. And it's fairly easy to get your target. Scarlet Violet taught about not using indicators, as well as like identifying shinies, and just a little bit of grinding loop for the method. And I thought they were going to get rid of the grinding loop for said method and do something closer to like Friend Safari or something like that, you know, in ZA. I thought they're going to do something closer to that with the DLC or something, but like it's kind of not fun after you've done it enough times. And the game has been out a fraction of the amount of time that Scarlet was before people started feeling like this. Where, again, like, the beauty of ZA is that you can, like, hunt in whatever way you want, but by having those options there, I feel like it almost, like... I don't know. It, like, waters down the other option.
You wanna know what another problem with it is?
Hmm?
There's no mobility options.
What do you mean?
PLA has you flying around on Skarmory or running around on Stantler.
Hmm? Or Braviary, not
Gen
Skarmory,
9
but
has
yeah.
you riding around on Koraidon and going really fast and fucking running around for stuff. Legend of GA has you walking, and there's no way to speed that up.
I mean, there is running, and it is a relatively small map, but I don't know. I'm not as upset about that.
It's distinctly not something that you can just kind of mindlessly fly around in and see if you find shinies, though. Or run around in the grass and see if you find shinies in.
Like, it's too attentive for the amount of dopamine that it actually is. You need to have too much attention on it for what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost overwhelming, says Jordy, yeah.
Like, I have the audio on for PLA. Again, if you hear it in the background, let me know and I can turn it down if needed.
Oh, you're good.
I assume if you haven't heard it yet, I'm fine. But no, but I don't have to fucking always have my eyes on PLA, because I know roughly what direction I'm flying in, and then I just tap the B button with Braviary and fly.
Mm-hmm.
And my attention could be elsewhere, and it's the same thing with fucking games that had grass that you could run around in. It's like your attention could be elsewhere because you could just run around and stuff.
But Legend ZA is like, you're doing parkour and shit. You can fall off of buildings, you can... Which I guess is the good... They kind of make up for it with the fact that shinies stay there and everything, which is nice, but that also just opens up other methods, modalities. I don't know.
Which means that your two options are either run around enough to the point where you're going between two different areas and spawning and respawning stuff. Which, if you get to the point with optimization for that, is you running between the despawn radius and as close as you can spawn to see it.
Hmm.
Or map resets.
Like me with Latias, or yeah, play spam.
Neither of which can you, like, not be fully paying attention to.
I don't know, I would argue that flight spam is like the easier one to not pay attention to, but it is still like more complex button inputs with like the map marker precision and everything and fast traveling over and over, and like the need for like both Joy-Con interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming, and it's just kind of it's too attention focused. It's You okay?
Hmm?
Oh, I thought I heard you gasp.
I'm eating ramen.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard a gasp, so that's like shiny.
No, I'm eating ramen.
Word.
Because I'm a woman of my word, and I said I would go and make food before 12:30.
Thank you. Yeah, ZA just kind of made a not fun gameplay loop while making like other shinies super accessible and shinies not accessible. Like base game was kind of peaked. The DLC kind of ruined it a little bit, honestly. Like obviously the boss battles and everything of the DLC were fun. The new megas were awesome. The reveals were awesome. The hype was real. But like in terms of like the actual post game, like ongoing gameplay and everything, I actually don't see myself doing a whole lot more Legends ZA post game.
Like there isn't a post game.
Hmm.
Which, ironically enough, was a huge issue with Kalos if you weren't a shiny hunter.
They did Kalos 30 again.
They did Kalos 30 when it comes to post game, yeah.
And see, this is where I would rather be in terms of like my relationship with Legends ZA versus the amount of time it's been out versus the people who just hate it frame one and then kind of end up like walk away with their tail between their legs when they have to admit like, no, I was wrong, these things are actually kind of good. Whereas I was optimistic at first and then I got more critical and I was like, let me look a little closer and like see the ramifications long term before I make a decision of how I feel about it, you know? I feel like that was responsible.
Mm-hmm. See, here's the thing about that I want to explain, Jordy. So, from a non-shiny hunter perspective, hi, I'm Pokemon fan Laura. I don't know, fucking fuck it. Pokemon fan Mars, because I'm thinking about Team Galactic. Fucking Pokemon fan Mars, and I like to play through the game 100% and get all the shiny Pokemon. Or not all the shiny, fuck, we're trying to avoid shinies. Get all the Pokemon, complete the Pokedex, and that's my extent to playing Pokemon. I will play the Pokemon, complete the Pokedex, and then after I complete the Pokedex, I know the shiny charm exists, but it doesn't interest me. Once I get my Pokedex, I can pat myself on the back and say I've done it.
Put the game away and go play
something else. I'm not just a Pokemon fan. Let's see exactly what the DLC stores for both the base game and the DLC. Base game, you save the tower, you beat Floette, and you're told about the Infinite ZA Royale. You have the Legendary Trio with Xerneas, Yveltal, Mewtwo. Or not Mewtwo, fuck, Mewtwo was later. Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, which are all difficult boss fights and have something interesting behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the Zygarde fight, which, like I said, is the most difficult one in the game. It's 3 phases. That seems like a completed ending to the idea of doing those boss fights. If you wanted to do them more, they all of a sudden introduced the special research ones with Yveltal. So if you want to do more, they're there.
All right,
but they're not
you mean
required.
Mewtwo and Diancie?
No, when you beat when you have to do the training before you can fight Yveltal. Remember that?
Yeah, what about it?
And it's the solo ones. They have essentially what's an infinite mode of that, where you just constantly are fighting bosses until you inevitably fail.
Oh, in the Quasarco building, like, simulator thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know it was the infinite mode thing. I never tried it.
Yeah, no, there's an infinite mode. But again, there's no reward for it. There's no anything for it. It's just, if you want to do it more, it's there. So if I'm Mars, the casual gaming fan, I complete that and I'm proud of it. I do the ZA Royale 15 times. I get to see everyone one last time and see what their final teams are. They say, here's AZ's Floette. I'm like, okay, this is a completed arc to this line as well. If I want to keep doing it, it's there. Both are still options for me, depending on which side of the gameplay I want to do more. Now we'll complete the Pokedex. And you can complete the Pokedex relatively easily, which is not something that I'm opposed to.
So that's the base game.
That's
and what it
base
offers
game.
for post-game. And then we get to the
I would
DLC.
say that's a pretty satisfying amount of content for the post game, for base game. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, for people who have disposable income and like buy games to play through them sequentially, and not do shiny hunting and everything, like that might be worth the $60 experience. Maybe I'd be feeling a little.
This game has a good story. It has fun Pokemon. I might feel a little underwhelmed if that's the mindset I'm going in with, but I feel like that's a complete experience. Now, let's go to the post-game. You beat
the DLC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, DLC post-game.
And you're told, hey, there's these other legendaries to get. So you continue to do the gameplay loop to get these legendaries to complete your Pokedex. And then you're told by Corbeau that actually there's special research tasks as well. We have these special research tasks that are random and generated every time, and there's some interesting stuff in there. But I'm Mars, I'm not interested in that. I'm just going to complete the Pokedex and go on my merry way, because I'm thinking it's like the base game, where, oh, I've completed the 3 boss legendaries at the end. The last one was very difficult. I've done it. Let me pat myself on the back and go to play something else. Then you look at your Pokedex, and there's a bunch of gaps in there from stuff that you can only find from the special scan. So it means you go right back to the loop that the entire post-game and the entire base game was, only to be told, oops, this is the wrong place, you have to do it again. Oops, this is the wrong place, you have to do it again. Oops, this is the wrong legend, you gotta do it again.
That's very discouraging for casual players.
Exactly.
They're not used to the grind and min-maxing and speedrunning through stuff as fast as they can for casual players. It's not accessible.
That's the gameplay loop for the casual player. But then they have all these safety nets in place that mean that if you're a shiny hunter or someone trying to optimize it for some reason, let's say you want a competitive Terrakion, but you want to get it from ZA for some fucking reason. Let's say that you explicitly want a ZA Terrakion to use in competitive battles and champions. For some fucking reason. Like I said, not sure why you would do that. Hypothetical. For people who are like that, where they're looking for certain IVs, or like us who are looking for shinies, there's all these little loopholes and shit that you can exploit to optimize it. Now, you can avoid this if you want to, but for someone trying to optimize it and take as little time as possible to do this thing, they're going to take these corners. But when you start taking these corners, you're cutting out parts of the gameplay loop and making it just, you do the gameplay loop once to set it up, and then you're explicitly not playing the game because it's better to not play the game than play the game as intended. That is what you are doing by cutting all the corners, which again is what you want to do as a shiny hunter. You want to cut the corners and make it faster. But by doing that, you're no longer playing the game, and you're making playing the game a chore that you have to do between shiny hunts.
Exactly. That's not healthy.
So the
That's not a healthy relationship.
So the casual player is annoyed with the gameplay loop because the gameplay loop is long drawn out when they're not looking to do it long term. They're looking for a few specific Pokemon so they can complete their Pokedex, or because they think they're cool. Maybe they explicitly solely want to hunt Goldingo because it's their favorite Pokemon. Now you're telling the casual player to go through this gameplay loop every time for what should be like grinding specifically for people committed to it. And then you have the players who are committed to it, who have found all these ways to cut corners, and are essentially left with an experience of the thing that I'm trying to do is avoid playing the game.
Like,
I think that's part of the problem.
It's little to no different in vibes, I think, than like using no clip to skip like a hard level in like an old kind of game or something like that. It's like that means there's something wrong with it. If people are going out of their way to avoid playing part of the game and would rather skip it, not just out of laziness, but out of boredom.
Work, right? Like the glitch category of Portal speedruns.
I've never seen one, but I would not be surprised if they had like crazy skipping shenanigans.
So it exploits two specific glitches. One is you're able to get out of bounds incredibly fucking easy, which, let's be honest here, it's a game about teleporting and portal guns with wonky physics from the early 2000s. No shit. It's a fucking miracle the game works as well as it does.
Real. I remember that game. It was fun.
I fucking love Portal, though. It's awesome.
Anyways.
But no, so that's the first thing they exploit. And then the second is placing things at very specific tiles to the point where you're able to generate portals in areas you probably weren't supposed to. Like at the end of some puzzles that you're not supposed to use it for. Now, for people who are professional Portal speedrunners who can beat the game in 4 minutes by using all these glitches, I'd actually go out on a limb and say they really, really, really like Portal. But on the contrary, imagine that same player and you're like, why don't you play the game normally ever? Because you just want to have fun. It's like, oh no, the gameplay sucks. I would never want to do that.
That's essentially what happened with Pokemon, is that or shiny hunting is becoming their version of speedrunning.
And don't get me wrong, there are people who speedrun these games. It's very cool watching them speedrun and adjust for the RNG. Like, oh, my Pokemon has bad IVs and this, and this that runs over. Or, like, them going to a backup strat because they're already ahead. And it's like, that's fascinating to me. And I genuinely like that. But with fucking shiny... But with that situation in that game, you'd be like, oh, the game you're playing is dog shit then. Like, you would not think, oh, this is a good game. That's what it is for shiny hunting in ZA at this point. Everything is exploiting stuff to the max to avoid playing the game.
Because they made the actual playing of the game not enticing enough to do repeatedly.
Exactly.
So people found exploits and would rather do that.
It's the exact same thing that happened with picnic resets. Shiny hunting and Scarvi devolved into you're better off literally not moving and fucking only pressing a single button. But instead of like soft resets where it's for an interesting target, instead it's for like
a Litleo or
Yeah, Litleo's a good one to answer.
Or
with you.
Skiddo.
I was trying not to do something, I don't want to say offensive, but like something that would upset someone.
But if you like Litleo, actually get the fuck out of here. I'm kidding.
What are you doing here? But no, also,
Looking forward to Fire Red because you can take a break from ZA. See, that isn't healthy. That is not a good mindset for gamers to have. And you're not the problem here, Jordy. It's ZA that is the problem with that. That they created this kind of loop of not having fun. And keep in mind, Jordy isn't even done with like the boss fights and everything. Like,
oh yeah, no,
they're because of the Riolu hunt, they were way behind on actually starting the DLC, and they're like hearing all this and seeing what they have ahead of them and knowing about the exploits and everything, and it's just like, wow. This kind of sucks.
Oh, also, just because I'm partially stoned and I want to make sure. Jordy, you're feeling they, them today, right? I know you are most days, but I remember, I think it was yesterday, you were feeling...
It was like 2 or 3 days ago, yeah.
Pop with it.
No,
so I'm just making sure just because I'm stoned and I want to be vibesy. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
no,
perfect.
like... Yeah, so anyway, like you were saying, it's one of those things where it's like this constant looking for base its users. And before you say anything, May, I literally go by creature and chinchilla.
No, I know. I know. I don't judge.
Oh no, I know you don't judge, but I don't remember if it was you or someone else that I was talking to, where it's like it's the one that's most compelling is the wrong term, but like interesting, if that makes sense. Like a mindset thing. It might have been someone else.
I think that was a conversation with someone else. Apologies.
Okay, then yeah, because I was talking to a few people about it and like.
But you had mentioned to me that like chill and creature are basically just your neopronouns. They also go by, yeah. A creature too, a concept.
Creature. But anyway, where I was going with all that is like, say what you will about Sword and Shield. People Masuda Method, as intended. People Dynamax Adventure, as intended. People do runarounds in the grass, pretty much as intended. The only one that you can argue is a little bit scuffed is Strong Spawns, but I would say that's not even is like the most people do for that is date skipping around. People still Strong Spawn in 2 methods. I guess technically the one where you spawn on top of the Pokemon isn't intended, but even then, people don't always do that. Some people still do those stand just outside of its spawn radius and run into it, which is a totally valid and intended method.
And you don't even have to do a date skip thing to do the strong spawn thing. That's just if you want to set up same day. You could just literally leave your game open, or like leave your game for a few days to naturally reset with the internal clock.
It's fully... My point is, it's fully.
You can play it fully as intended and be completely satisfied.
And people, they arguably don't anymore because the game's fucking like 8 years old. I think.
Say that.
It came out in 2018.
I was.
But no,
2018 was 8 years ago. 2018 was 8 years ago. 2018 was 8 years ago.
Years ago. So no one's hunting it now, but when people did, for the most part, it was just stuff working as intended. And
even no one's hunting in it now.
Bare bone shiny, because the bare bone shiny was that. Legends Arceus is the same thing. It's like, for as much as people do some shenanigans, they patched out the broken shit. Now people, for the most part, hunt stuff as intended. Asterisk permutations exist.
But that's like for the desperate.
That's for the people who want a specifically niche shiny. Like, no one's doing permutations for an Alpha Starly. But it's one of those things where, again, working as intended. And for Scarvi, I feel like one aspect where people would have just casually done it exactly as expected was if they just let us soft reset for the Legends. The amount of people who would, in a fucking heartbeat, do all of those legendaries because that's a really cool way to find them.
Yeah, they were really fucked up with that. Especially
get
for
me
the
wrong,
ones that are supposed to be huntable the next generation and just weren't, like Glacier, Spectre, Kubfu. We got robbed.
I think for me, one of the things that's most
Pokemon
upsetting
Go.
about it is because they've explained their logic on why they do that in the past, but also fucking they broke their own logic with this one. I think they have in previous generations too, maybe, but I can't think of anything in Gen 8 that broke this logic. Do you know what their logic is?
Then they say that, like, if the Pokemon appears in the game normally in a cinematic, they don't want it to suddenly not be normal.
It is entirely related to cutscenes, because Black and White were the first games with cutscenes with Pokemon as key features.
Mm-hmm.
So their logic is, if it is important for cutscenes, we will not make it shiny, because that means that if it's shiny there, and then not shiny in the cutscene, we'd feel like that's wrong. Now, obviously, by
Which
wrong,
is dumb,
they mean
like...
from a technical perspective, not from a, we feel like that'd be rude to people who are excited to get this Pokemon and then get a shiny, which is 0 people on Earth, but my point is, that's been their logic. And when you take that logic through all the previous generations, it kind of clicks. Gen 6, every single legend is at least somewhat tied to a cutscene. They're all locked, including the legendary birds. The legendary birds show up when they're roamers. They don't want to have you code in a roamer shiny hunt. Fine. Gen 7, all the locked ones are ones tied to cutscenes.
Except for the starters.
Well, the starters are... we're getting there. Like, they're gonna expand upon that. But also, I said that they brought up this idea in Black and White. At the end of the day, the only things that were shiny locked in Black and White were Black and White, Zekrom, Reshiram, and Victini. Which, fine. It was them playing around with the concept. Gen 7, though, locked the Tapus, because Tapu Koko is important to cutscenes, and if you can't shiny hunt all 4 of them, they didn't feel like you should shiny hunt any. So, it sucks. I disagree with the idea, of course, but that's the logic. And the Ultra Beasts appear in cutscenes. Now, if all of them appeared in... and now you could say these aren't the same Ultra Beasts, but it's the same logic. This appeared in a cutscene. We don't want to have people start shiny hunting for the different. Again, a little finicky, but the logic is there to some extent. Same thing with Sword and Shields. Same thing with Scarvi, including these random legendaries in the wild. The difference comes in how you would find the legendaries afterwards. In Auras, you find them in wormholes. In Gen 7, you find them in wormholes. And Gen 8, you find them in the Dynamax lair. All 3 of these are examples of where you can have the Pokemon not appear until you're in the fight with it. So they're shiny huntable.
Mm-hmm.
Gen 8 isn't that way, but that's because DAs are finicky with shiny odds. They don't want to have it be shiny for some people, not shiny for other. That's their get around. Fine. It works within their own logic. Gen 9 has you just encounter them in the overworld, technically giving them a cutscene and making them unable to be shiny hunted. The problem is, if you want me to introduce the problem, you can't hunt the Swords of Ruin, or the Ruinous Quartet.
Even though they have no cutscene lore until you open up in battle. Until you're in battle with them, yeah.
Correct.
And there's no cutscene. It just goes straight. It just plays the Pokemon cry, and then suddenly it's out there.
So that's
but then they probably want to be like, oh, but the lore is that these are the same 4 Pokemon for everyone, so it wouldn't make sense to start. Fucking no one cares. We got robbed.
Listen, we know. Excuse me. The real reason is that they want to give current gen legends away as events to get people to be playing the game. That's the hard and truth of it when it comes to stuff from this generation. Stuff in previous generations, they don't have that implication for it. They'll let you shiny hunt them. But the fact that it was an overworld cutscene is rough, and it's one of those things where I'm scared that that's what's going to become in the future. Like, if they can't find an explicit way to make them avoid a cutscene, even though it'd be as easy as, like, have a footprint of theirs on the ground, push a button, and all of a sudden they swoop in from the sky or appear from the ground, or, like, there's literally any number of things you can do. My point is, if they don't want to do something like that, they can do literally anything else to let us hunt them. Or they could say, fuck it, this wasn't popular when we made it not shiny huntable. We'll cave on this one for you because it's just kind of standing in the overworld. Or at the very least,
like
we'll
Kyurem in this situation.
Exact. Fucking one of the things that I thought of, and they can do this in any number of ways, but like, let's say that this is what they do for Gen 10. It's really easy. You just put a picture of them, of their silhouette, in different parts of the map. Like, you complete side quests for people, and it's like, oh, I have this antique picture from so-and-so. I wonder what would happen if you brought it to so-and-so area. And then you go there with the picture, and all of a sudden, fucking the picture glows and the Pokemon appears out of it. Have the picture just be a colorless silhouette if you try and go through it, because you don't need it in graphic detail. You can have it be, like, blurry and stuff. Blurry, the lighting's bad, you can't see the color of the Pokemon. And then you can find the shiny, and it's like, that'd be a really easy way to just say, oh, see, you just brought this picture that this person saw somewhere in the region here, and all of a sudden you find it, and it's like, that'd work. It'd be so fucking easy.
Will they? Who's to say?
Probably not. What the fuck? What just shined?
Oh?
Oh, motherfucker. It's a Luxio. I'm ignoring it.
Ignore that thing. Talk to it. Kick that thing.
I've gotten like 7 or 8 fucking Luxio, but no Glide score. And I can't even say no Shalfas, because I phased on 2 fucking Shalfas already.
Boot. Kick that thing.
Wogue. Also, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm being insensitive. It was 3 Shalfa phases, and 2 of them were the same fucking Luxray.
Classic.
I got 2 Luxray and the Steelix. The Steelix was cool, the Luxray were not.
Luxray were like, ugh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, because it could have been the Gligar, the Gabite, or the Gliscor.
But instead it was a second Kiddo. Or a first Kiddo.
That's me when I saw Amber.
A second Kiddo.
Second Kiddo. How fucking crazy am I feeling?
Yeah.
You know the thing that I was telling you about that I want to do probably next year? I guess I could technically start it in June, but it's not going to be, like, off the ground for a while.
Am I allowed to say the thing out loud?
I'm going to say no for now, because I want to be able to... How to describe it? I don't know, I just don't want you to be doing your black and white thing while you're doing it.
Oh, I feel.
Mhm.
But yeah, the Dex thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can say that much, yeah. What about it?
What if I solely avoided Dex Nav? What if I solely did either grass or horde or something like that encounters? I'm not allowed to use
Dexnav as in Pokeradar or Dexnav?
Pokeradar,
Dexnav.
yeah, sorry. I can't use
Yeah.
Dexnav because that's not XY.
I think that'd be okay because you are avoiding, or because you have the whole like Pokeradar quest going on at the same time, or before that, you know, you get your fix.
Well, it's not even necessarily that I get my fix. The problem is that, like, depending on what the odds are, like, for example, one of the ones
It's
that
too
I know
easy.
I'm doing in the grass is Litleo. Litleo is on a route that I could Pokeradar blindfolded. A slight exaggeration there, of course, but like,
But
Litleo would be
do
a
you feel like
5-minute
some of them
launch.
wouldn't be fun enough or memorable enough?
Yeah, I feel like they would lose a lot of memorability. Now,
Oh, the
obviously,
Toximae,
if
babe.
it gets to be like, oh, it was 4 phases and there's literally fucking no sign of this phase hell ending, I'm just gonna Pokeradar. But like, what if I had to give everything a shot to find, like, give everything its best statistical odds to find in random encounters and give it its fair shake?
I don't know. I don't know about that. Genuine. Well, also, I think I'm gonna go on a little bit of a break skis after this encounter with Kyurem.
Go take so.
Okay, I'll be right back, everyone. I'm gonna go run my dishes to the sink and go take a little break. I'll be right back. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're back.
Hello.
Morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you, Miss Leafeon. One more reset till 8,000. Yippee. How many cards is Rizion? 819. Triple digits. Literally nothing. Not to discourage you, Jordy, just, you know, shinies are just funny sometimes. I think this boil needs some.
That fellow wants slap time.
That fellow wants lab time with Mama. Come here, Francis.
I can't say that.
You say you want to lab time with me? What?
Yeah.
Francis. You can do it, buddy. There you go. There you go. Oh, so, we may have found a, what is it? Either I was wrong about what Francis's other half of his breed is, or he is actually like a mix of like 3 breeds more. So good to hear. Are we here for this?
I was not here.
Here, let me go see if I can forward the picture to a stream context. Right, sent it. Yeah, so this is a stream context Toximae. There we go. This is, well, okay, first of all, tell me how much that looks like Francis.
I'm gonna say 80%. I feel like Francis has more color in the face.
More color in the face. I think he has a little bit more of a bald spot on his eyebrows. He has a little more color in his face, probably just a reflection. So I'm thinking he has like a little bit of Bombay in him, because Bombay fur, like the black fur being like red in the sunlight, I think that's a dominant gene. So he's just like some part Bombay, like anything that has any splash of Bombay, any kind of black kitty with it, has the reddish fur in the sunlight, you feel? But the other two, pretty sure he's still half Maine Coon, just because of everything about him. But also, that picture is half Ragdoll cat, which matches the description. Because do you want to know what the colloquial name for the Ragdoll species is?
I've not heard this. What is it?
The puppy cat. The puppy dog cat. Because they just kind of act puppy-like and are like very attention-seeking and very needy and like to follow you around and spend time with you. Like they're very social with humans.
That could do it.
Does that not sound like Francis?
That very much sounds like the lad.
That sounds like the lad. Probably part Siberian because they're hyperallergenic. That makes sense. Lila, what are you doing, baby? Are you throwing a fit that kitty is getting attention from Mama right now? That is no reason to throw a fit, little lady. No. No, leave. Leave that kitty alone, please.
Oh, I don't think I ever sent into Stream Context the picture of Amber and me.
The picture of Amber and you together?
Yeah.
Send it.
Have I not shown you?
No, I haven't seen this.
I'm DMing it to
DMing
you
it.
first. I'm DMing it to you first.
Hmm.
Because this is
The squeak.
wonderful. Here you are. Read him and weep.
Tears of joy. Oh, baby. She's so baby. She's so baby with it.
She literally is so baby with it.
Aren't the babies so good? And Lilo.
They're fucking.
And then there's Lilo.
Wonderful.
Like, the kitties are so sweet, and then there's Lilo.
Alright, I posted in Stream Context for y'all to see as well. And she slept like that for over an hour.
Mm-hmm. She was comfy. You were in the sunshine. You got warm legs. Black leggings, like absorbing. Yeah, that's a kitty of paradise right there. You next? What?
Ayo?
No, I can't sit on Chilla's lap. I think I'd actually break her.
Ayo, please, please, please.
No.
Having my legs shattered because a pretty woman laid on them is a pretty goddamn good way to go.
Oh, not laying on them. I'll sit on your lap.
Please?
I'll crush you.
Please? You're only selling me more on this, May. See, chat, you just gotta commit to the bit.
What bit?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, no, good point. It's not a bit, by the way. Just to be clear.
Leafeon, are you calling Amber an old lady? She's not that well. He's kind of getting there. He's kind of getting there.
Listen, Leafeon, that's neither here nor there. How do I say this without sounding like a dick? I wish PLA had an actual shiny of interest.
Like, you wish you weren't so saturated on PLA shinies over the last couple of years, that they still had that new pizzazz kind of feeling to them, and new dex entries and everything.
No, I mean,
or...
like, my explicit hunt right now, I'm starting to feel like, alrighty, game. Fucking give me literally anything that's not Alexio.
Well, now you're just gonna get Alexio.
Well, here's the thing. I'd be fine with, like, a Hisuian Voltorb. Or when I got that Rotom, that was really cool. Because I have those already from this game. But they're still cool phases. But instead
Alexio is like, it almost feels like you get robbed. It's like, that could have been anything else.
And so it's like, alrighty, game. Come on now. Give me something interesting. It's like, I want to feel entitled about a shiny right now, but like, I'm starting to feel entitled about a fucking shiny in PLA right now.
Crazy sentence.
That's why I was like, that's why I said that. I didn't want to sound like a dick when I said it, but it's one of those things where it's like, past 3 phases have been Luxio.
I want a little something different. Spaghetti again?
Spaghetti again?
Sorry.
Listen, I'm cool. No, you have nothing to apologize for.
Meant for the cough, but...
Still, you're fine.
Oh.
Cool. Cool.
Oh, sunbathing Gideon.
Sunbathing Kippy. Just remember.
Oh, to be a stretched out Gideon in the sunbeams on the patio.
Alrighty, we know that's bullshit because none of us get sunlight in this chat. / cheesing.
Hey,
Myself
hey, hey.
included.
My patio is very sunny most of the afternoon when I'm out there smoking weed.
But I was gonna say, but do you stand out there to bask in the sun, or do you stand out there to smoke, and then you're like, okay, that's enough, I'm going back inside?
Who's to say I don't bask in the sun for a few minutes while I toke up?
That's fair.
But I get a little vitamin
outside
D
to
one way or
stand in the
another. I'm gonna
sun.
have a little bit more when you get here. What?
Hmm?
Huh? Some vitamin D. Oh, I said I get my vitamin D one way or another, and I'll have even more once you're here. Huh?
Huh?
What?
Believe
I
me,
don't know,
I'm
it's
saying,
fair.
like, do you ever just be like, I want to go outside and just get some fresh air? Because I'm sure those Kibios are doing that more than us. To the extent that they can, being house cats.
But if Lilo can behave and stay in her kennel and asleep and everything, I might just, like, get Francis out on the patio and just, like, hold him out there. Like, not, like, let him loose or anything, but just, like, hold him out there in the sunshine and just let him look outside.
See him fucking blap staring up at the sun for a few minutes.
Blind the lad.
3-day blinding stew.
3-day blinding stew stares at the sun.
3-day blinding stew.
Stew.
Fucking, I
Wait,
thought about that.
Me, but how tasty is it?
Is it worth the taste?
Is it? That's what I
That's
always
the
assume. It's
question.
just it's some really good stew that's worth going blind for 3 days for.
Also, May,
Mhm.
well, I'm not expecting it to happen. Fuck, bad head space. My point is, while not expecting it to happen, if Jessessi did come down here in August or September, if it had to be delayed a month, you know what we'd probably end up doing the whole fucking time?
Huh.
Fishing and hiking.
Yeah, actually, that sounds delightful. Jesse loves fishing and hiking.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I fucking love fishing and hiking. I just wish that I had someone to do it with, and I would go more consistently. But like, we could get a rod up here, and the two of us went fishing and hiking a lot. I feel like that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
See, here's my thing, Leafeon. I feel like I went the opposite direction after I came out. Like, after I realized I was trans, I was far more like happy and liked the idea of a stranger making small talk with me in a grocery store or something, and like I genuinely appreciated that. Until I started working at my job, and now I've been circling back the other way.
It's
Where I
called
no longer
rubber band effect. Are you familiar with the rubber band effect?
I am very familiar with the rubber band. Yes. But yeah, no, what?
You're just easing back into a neutral state of your natural self that's not persuaded by any novelty energy, we'll say. Novice energy. Novelty energy.
That is probably it.
Well, I do enjoy just like walking, whether it's in the sunshine or like at night or something. I do enjoy like walking to the Power Mart and everything with the goilies and going out for little walks and everything as I can. Going to that one card shop is like a little bit far for me, but I've done it a few times with the goilies.
I wish I lived in a walkable area. Fuck. Unironically, would just walk everywhere when I could easily take a shuttle when I was on campus, just because it's nice to fucking just walk. I miss living in the city. Low key, when y'all have disposable income, I want you to do something for me.
Like,
pick a direction that you can walk.
Okay.
Pick a direction that y'all can walk. And just as you're walking, pick a random local shop that sells food and just go in there and try it.
Yeah, I would love to.
Because that's what I did a lot when I was on campus. There was some incredible fucking places that I'm genuinely gonna miss having, because there's just hole-in-the-wall places run by families. There's one.
See, stuff like that would have scared me back in the day, but now I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like growing into like my adult coding sort of feeling. Like, people have been perceiving me as an adult for years, but I'm only now just realizing that other people perceive me as an adult, and I'm like, oh shit, I can actually like just talk to people and be like taken seriously and not dismissed and everything. It's just crazy.
See, for me, it's one of those
like when you walk into a gas station and they like greet you and like don't tell you to take off your backpack or anything if you have one, or like leave your purse down or something, is when you're like, okay, yeah, no, I make it.
In December when I was up there.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, as soon as that's like a regular thing everywhere for you, you're just like, oh yeah, people just like, I don't know. Am I making any sense?
No, you're absolutely making sense. Just,
like, I'm still used to being treated like a kid because I went like several years without interacting with the world very much, other than like jobs where I was treated like an infant, basically, or at least looked down on and talked down to and everything. I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying. I think for me, I haven't had that period yet, and maybe it's just that I don't particularly travel with a bag. And when I was on campus, I didn't either.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
But not
just
even
one
like
of
that
those things
exact experience. Like the
Oh,
way
it's
that people just kind of perceive you and like give you that like instantaneous kind of respect and like benefit of the doubt instead of like assuming you're a hooligan or
no,
talking
I
down to
think
you.
that
It's a new
always
thing for
been
me.
that. Yeah, just one of those things. Just like it's nice to just be able to go places and be willing to try stuff rather than limiting yourself to the 3 or 4 places where you're known. If that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. And like just being able to embrace this idea of, okay, I'm just gonna wander about. I have nothing that I need to be doing right now, so why would I stay in one place?
I used to love to wander around when I had an easier time walking around, which I know is not the point of what we're talking about, but like, God, I miss it. I used to play so much Pokemon Go, actually. Like, I used to just wander around town, and especially the university campus, and just play Pokemon Go, stop and have a coffee here and there. Stop and chat with some people who are also playing.
Mhm.
Put in headphones to like listen to a podcast or something. It just, yeah. Did I tell you that there was a time in college when I was like basically working as many hours as I could between both of my jobs? Like I was working 60 hours a week and a full-time student, and with what little time I had, I was playing Pokemon Go because, get this, I knew someone who's trying to complete a Pokemon Go Shiny Living Dex, and they didn't care if it was their shiny or traded for. So I would sell them my dupe, or I would sell them shinies for like $20 a pop, and that's how I survived college for a little while. And like ate regularly was shiny hunting.
It's fucking crazy.
I've lived a life. And I say
That is
60
a
hours
life.
between both jobs because one was for the campus, which legally they're only allowed to work their students like up to like 20 hours a week. If they're student workers, that's like the contract for the job is 20 hours a week. But then I was 40 hours a week at a pizza place in town that was not affiliated.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, life was bad then. I was burned out for a couple years and I'm just now recovering.
No, fucking the burnout absolutely makes sense. That valid as fuck burnout. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like, all I'm saying is I would trade the ability to walk normally for you, and I fucking wish that I was in a fucking walkable area. 'Cause goddamn, I miss that shit. I mean, I obviously didn't fucking have that until like a few years ago, but now it's one of those things where it's like, goddamn, this area is shit.
Okay, so I'm having a funny idea right now for like tabletop Pokemon and everything, like Pokemon encounters. Lily, are you any good at game math and like probability?
I
Sequence
love
of
fucking
events.
probability. I fucking love my favorite
Okay.
aspect
So
of science.
I forget how to calculate like sequences of independent rolls and cumulative odds with that, but would you be able to tell me and figure out, or if you just happen to know from your class or whatever, what the odds are of rolling a 3d20s and having all three numbers be exactly the same? Doesn't matter what number it is, they just have to be the same number.
I believe that would be... a little bit over 1 in 10,000.
A little over 10 and 1 in 10,000. Okay.
1 in 10,000, I believe.
Just have all three numbers be the same number.
Exactly, about 1 in 10,000.
Any number, but all three the same. Okay. That would be a really fun way to do like shiny odds in a tabletop game that you like repeatedly play or get a lot of encounters in or something. But just like, hey, every time you encounter a Pokemon, just roll 3 d20s, and if they're all the same number, congrats, you just found a shiny. That'd be wacky.
I feel like that would be.
Actually, I'm gonna run that idea by Allie because I know she wants to do the tabletop Pokemon game again sometime with a different group of people, like more
Here,
consistent
I'm gonna
people.
actually suggest something.
To get it close to like 1 in 4,000, or if there's different dice we could roll with the same premise of like roll 3 of them, because I feel like that's like the sweet spot for kind of math, just mentally. I feel like rolling 3D somethings and get all 3 numbers to be the same could be equivalent of like 1 in 4,000 or 8,000-ish, closer to those. I'll let you do your math. In dog food chat. Oh, I see. Puppy kibble? If you got some kibble? That's what Jesse likes to call trail mix. It's people kibble. Nutritionally complete, energizing, and literally like kibble.
Okay, so I checked my math. and I was technically slightly off. It's not 1 in 10,000 because it's 1.25, not 1. It's 1.25 in 1,000, which to some extent makes it about 8,000. So it's very close to the 1 in 8192. So it's actually ideal to use the D20s.
Okay, so I was cooking with that, with like the mental math and like. Okay,
I was
with
thinking for some reason that you can get better numbers with a D12, but then I was looking at how the percentages would work out, and it's like, okay, then so to get technical with it, the 1 in 8 that you get about 1 in 8,000 with the D20s.
So, but that doesn't mean D10s would be about 1 in 4,000, does it?
No, because of how probability works.
That's fucky.
Each one would be independent. So the idea is that you get, for 2 D20s to be on the same number is about 1 in 400.
And then multiply that 400 by 1 in 20 again.
Exactly. Now, this might actually be even more likely than 1 in 8,000 because a lot of people, for this specific question with how the math works, you're only looking for one specific number rather than the possibility of it being any number. So with that first roll, it's just setting the precedent for the other two. There's no way in hell you could have a wrong first roll, if that makes sense.
Okay.
The math works out pretty much the same, and it makes it a fucking nightmare that I am not going to try and calculate to do all of that, like, discretion. But the point is that, like, that first roll can't be wrong. Meanwhile, if you're saying, alrighty, what are the odds of getting 3 nat 20s in a row, for example?
As opposed to any number?
Exactly.
So what would like 3 nat 20s be?
The 3 nat 20s is the 1 in 8,000.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
For all given logic, you might actually make an argument that it's actually only 1 in 400, because that's specifically looking for a specific number. Blah has said specific too much in that sentence. But
good. I get what you mean.
But in theory, you could say, okay, the first roll is actually irrelevant. It's just telling you what the number you're looking for the other two is. But it's also an important factor because if the other two match, and that first one says, no, it's not the number I was looking for. So on a technicality, depending on how people were to do it, if it's all the numbers have to be the same, it feels like 1 in 400 is possible to get as an answer, and I'm just misremembering how the logic would work there.
No, I get it, because
1,000 or 1 in 400.
Well, because the odds of rolling a 20 as the first one or a 1 as the first one are the same. But then that just determines the odds of getting either 2 20s or 2 19s or 2 18s or 2. Like it's just adding up. Mm-hmm. It's basically a 1 in 20 chance times 2 or to the square.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah,
my
1 in 20 times.
It would either be incredibly common or incredibly uncommon. My money is leaning towards uncommon. Like, it's entirely possible that you never see the same thing.
But if it's just nat 20s, that's about 1 in 8,000. Okay, so that'll be the idea that I pitched to Allie. It's just like, hey, anytime we get Pokemon encounters, you the DM get to roll and see if any of them are shiny.
All I'm saying with that is that I do feel like you're better off having it be any number can be it.
Because the odds of actually getting that during a regular campaign is not at all likely going to happen.
Low. And then if Allie's like, oh, I feel like I've encountered too many shinies, or I've given them too many shinies, she could pull it back to being, okay, it has to be like a number above 10. Okay, it has to be a number.
Well, also,
like, 15.
I've been thinking about this not just for that, but also to like explain to people about shiny Pokemon from the games or at the game store that only know the TCG.
No, that's fair. You could absolutely do that too. That would work.
Because I could be like, hey, try rolling 3 D20s and getting a nat 20 on all 3 of them. That's what you're looking for, essentially, with old school full odds hunting. at the
Yeah,
absolute
no,
worst.
that
and
would
it,
work as an
or
explanation, even if the
or
odds
for
are slightly
like
off.
egg hatching, it's like getting any of the 3 numbers to be matching, or all 3 numbers the same on D20s is about 1 in 400. I can simplify that down from 5112 or 512. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
roughly
or
not
you
perfect,
can
but
say like they only have to roll 2 dice. It's like, okay, so for full odds random encounters, it'd be rolling 3 dice. But to use the egg hatching one, you just have to roll 2 dice and have them both land on it.
exactly. That's how I think I need to explain shiny hunting to people at times.
Oh, hello,
What'd you
friend.
get?
Non-alpha Gligar.
Oh, hi, Gligar.
I just said I want a vase, and there you go.
The fella.
Really?
We just had to do some gay math to pass the time.
Oh wait, this is an outbreak. Let's see if there's a second wave. If the second wave is Alpha Gliscor, then that Gligar is fucking dead.
Would you rather permutate than do map resets? Genuine question, non-judgmental.
I'm cool with either of them, if I'm being honest.
Okay, bet. And some people are just really aversive to perms. I'm not talking just the hairstyle.
Permutations. The only time I don't like permutations when it's a skittish Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
But if it's a Pokemon that's either neutral or aggressive, I fucking love permutating.
Hmm.
Do I want to max out the dex for Gligar too? And just go for either the Gligar or the Gliscor Shalfa and have either count second evolve? What do I have to do?
Oh, like get Alpha Gligar or Gliscor, knowing that it'll eventually be a Gliscor regardless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that definitely counts. Yeah.
That means I have to perfect the dex for Gligar. Which I'll slowly do during my map resets from this point on.
Word.
But it won't matter because I'm getting the shiny right here.
Congrats.
And...
Damn.
Yeah, no, it's not shiny. That would've been cool. Nah, it was.
I just realized something. One, hydration check every now. Better drink some fucking water. And two, as it gets warmer here where I live, I'm not gonna survive the workday if I don't start bringing a water bottle. Heart emoji.
Bet you have to bring your fucking water bottle.
The problem is I have no way of like attaching it to my backpack, and I don't trust down the inside of my backpack because one, it's a small bag and there's not a lot of room, and two, this thing leaks when it gets warm. And I don't want a new water bottle because I love this thing, but the little handle thing broke off, so I'm thinking I might try to get some like nylon string or something like that and just like make like a little like handle thing for it that's like tied on there and everything more securely, you know? What's up?
You could probably get a new cap while keeping the old water bottle.
Yeah, but I'd have to order it, and I don't know. I wouldn't mind having like, the problem with it is that the old thing like broke off almost immediately, so I wouldn't want a new one. I want a better one without replacing the bottle. So I think I'm gonna just like tie, because it has these little knobs here on the side, you know, where the rubber thing attached before that ripped off, and these are like hard plastic part of the cap and everything. Like, they're not going anywhere. I think I could easily
you could
probably
MacGyver something together to attach the two of them to a string.
But I'm just seeing like some like yellow nylon string or something, like really thin nylon rope, not even string, like rope, like a shoelace would do. You know?
Sorry, you said rope and I zoned out. Anyway,
hey, I'll be right back, everyone. I'm actually gonna go and take a little break, excuse me, and go and refill my water. Hydration check, everyone. And I'm gonna smoke weed while I'm at it. BRB. Oh. Oh. Hello, Vinyan. Hey, I'm gonna end stream for a little bit, y'all. Welcome back, ladies. Thank you, Miss Leafeon. I've decided I'm gonna end stream for a little bit. I'll be back on later this evening, I hope. Depending on how I'm feeling, but me and Allie are gonna go and run some errands and do some stuff and everything before Jesse goes to work. So when Jesse goes to work in like 2.5 hours, I'm probably gonna be back on for the evening. And I don't know, we'll see. We might play some BDSP. We might do more of this. We might do some Piplup. But we'll see. I'll catch you guys later, though. Bye-bye. Love y'all. Discord audio is connected, by the way. Chill, you can say goodbye if you want. Bye-bye.